Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving for those who live here in the United States. And still, we should all be celebrating everyday griefulness. So continuing on from the series that I had on our voice, our true voice, and how we can navigate through my humble experience. We left it off with basically trying to recognize it as we go into stillness and breath, and little by little to listen to what these thoughts and quote unquote voices are coming in and out. As I mentioned to you, a lot of them you start recognizing that are not truly yours, truly your thoughts. And what I mean by that, it's, there's a lot of information that we have received, and we haven't been able to hone in to what practically would be our true understanding. And that's where I basically left off. And again, we want to try to keep that practice and sit in silence as much as possible. So that way we're able to make better decisions based on a better understanding and truthfulness. Now, one thing that happens very interesting when you start to really hone into your voice, and then you start to express it, is there's going to be a resistance in the outside. And I think a lot of you have experienced this. I have myself. As I started to make decisions contrary to what I was doing before, what I was taught, etc. So there's going to be resistance, and it's okay. It's important for us not to react. I know it's not easy. I mean, it's easier said than done. I've had my moments at the beginning where as soon as I would project these considering my thoughts, my truth, it was not received a lot of the times, with the best intention, although eventually you're going to start feeling more comfortable, and then you're going to be around people that are tuning into the same ideas and thoughts that you have. So that's the great thing about it. But at the beginning, you're going to have definitely resistance. So don't be surprised. And like I said, you've probably been there already. So just try to hone in to actually listening before you react, because if not, it'll be a back and forth, and one talking over the other. So I know it's hard, and I've bitten my tongue many times, but you lose when you start talking over the other person or not listen. I mean, we can hear, we all have the ability to hear, but we have to start to hone into the ability of listening. And then you can capture a lot of things. So not only you're listening to yourself, like I said, and honing into what is really who you are and getting more information of who you are, but it's just listening to others and being able to not react and start the back and forth. Because again, from experience, you lose the battle pretty much, and nobody's going to hear anybody or listen to anybody in that case. So it's super important to do this and not give up. I mean, it's not going to be a one day to another situation. It's going to be a journey, rediscovering that voice, those thoughts. And again, I say voice and thoughts, but those emotions which feel good and gives you a sense of peace. So again, it doesn't have to be specific thoughts or words, etc., but you will feel a certain peace and a certainty when it comes to who you truly are. And it's important, especially nowadays, it's important. You can listen to many, There's a lot of information. But at the end of the day, it's important for you to put the pieces together. And through that experience, you'll start to see how your outer world is coming along, because that's not only inward, you're going to start feeling it, but your environment will as well dictate where you're going. So you're going to start changing, and therefore your environment will start changing. The people that you I guess hang out with, call and interact will be changing. It always is going to change. You may have friends and family that are no longer in your circle, and I know that's that can be tough, but you cannot cling to, if you're going to go in a journey, especially in a deeper journey, you can keep them if you wish, especially your family. You can keep them around them, and I don't mean to say this in a derogatory way, but you have to move on, energetically at least speaking. You got to continue, and hopefully by your own example of how you act, what you say, what you do is very important. So that can influence many people, and that's how it happened to me as well. You know, observation was very important, observing others and their character and what they say and what they do, because we can say many things, but the question is, are you an example of what you are talking about? And no judgment. I mean, it's hard not to do so because your mind can automatically go there, but you can pause. Somebody can say something and just pause. Your mind is going to do a bunch of things. It's going to process that information. It's going to say, you know, and sometimes I feel bad because there's certain thoughts that that I'm like, yeah, that doesn't resonate with me. But again, like I said before, some of these thoughts are not truly yours. So if it doesn't resonate, most likely it's not. But it's important to, to be thoughtful of everybody's experience, as long as they're respect in the communication. I may not agree with certain things that you say, but I will respectfully say so, or just, not say anything. But we're all in a journey, and it's important to respect that journey. And again, to respect others and to gain that respect as well. Have that respects, nobody should be, what I'm trying to say is be disrespectful towards you. I don't think anyone deserves that unless, of course, there's provocateurs out there. But again, you're responsible for your actions. You can't be you're really not responsible for how others are going to act. It's important that you're responsible for your actions. So again, listening is a very tough thing to do, because we've been taught very much differently, a lot of us. So I hope this message, resonates with you. And I keep saying I'm learning not to say that, but I'm recognizing that that's probably filling the gaps. So I'm just being honest, and that's how I want to keep it as I'm growing through these interviews. But again, I encourage you to not only to listen to yourself in the stillness and in your breath, and having patience to do that, and as well as listening to others, and try not to be judgmental, because we all have been in many situations similar to maybe those who we're talking to, but just, try to be here as much as you can. Okay. So thank you again for listening. I will actually, as the journey continues in inner journey, I wish to incorporate talking about our heritage. So for some reason that came up strongly, and I may do the next video on a part of my heritage, which I have Native, and I'm very proud, I guess, because I feel that the Native community is finally rising more and more, giving us the truth of Mother Earth, etc. So I would like to talk about that because that is part of my voice, and I will bring other guests to talk about their background. And if you would love to do a short video on that, please send me a message, and let's see how that goes. So thank you again, and be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and keep on with the journey, your inner journey. Take care. Bye-bye.